Hey you guys, so I just wanted to make a quick post about something that I saw that my friend posted. Her name is Christine Phillips. She is a beautiful person and she has such a beautiful voice, and I highly suggest you go follow her. It's Christine Phillips, Christine with a K. And man, she made a post about she was practicing, and there was one part where she messed up, but she was like, it's not all about being perfect. And I was like, man, that is so good. And that's one of the things that I share with my students a lot, that you don't necessarily want to get so caught up in what you're learning that you forget to actually enjoy it. And that's one thing that I really encourage my my students to do. That hey, you can be super you can be hard on yourself during practice, when you're in the practice room, when you're in your practice time. You can be hard on yourself to make yourself implement the things that you've learned. That's good. But when it's time to perform, just perform and enjoy it. And I love to just encourage them to really put those things that they've learned into practice during their practice time, because usually how you practice is how you perform. So if you practice without using the things that you've learned technique-wise, then you'll probably perform that way. But if you are, make sure that you're doing what you've learned, then, you might forget some things while you perform, but you won't forget everything. And if something happens, it'll usually jog your memory to, oh, let me implement this or let me implement that. But the biggest thing, though, is to just enjoy what you're doing. This used to be a big issue for me, a big struggle for me, where I could be like mid-song, and if I messed up or cracked or, something silly like that, it would just completely take me out for the rest of the song. Now, whoever was watching or listening probably couldn't tell, but in my mind, I was still constantly thinking about the mess up that I had just made, right? Instead of staying in the moment with the song. So that's one thing that I really had to grow in. And I feel like I'm a lot better with it now. But when I tell you, it used to like really mess me up mid-performance. In the inside, in my head, it really would. And then after the performance, I would just beat myself up. Man, I can't believe I did that. Man, I can't believe I messed that up. Man, I can't believe. But then the people that I talked with, like growing up, I would talk to my mom about it, or in college, I might have talked with my friends about it. They'd be like, I didn't even notice that you did that. And I was like, oh. And sometimes I would still beat myself up. Like I remember one time, I told one of my friends that I didn't like my performance. And he was like, well, I don't know what ears you were listening with. But, I think that, of course, us as performers, we can be harder on ourselves. We can be harder on our performances than other people are. But as you're performing, I love to practice staying in the moment. So if I mess up, it's like, darn, but I'm gonna keep going, keep moving forward with the song, and keep enjoying myself, because I don't wanna cut myself off from the people that I'm performing for, and music is what I love. I enjoy music, I love music. When I think about when I was a little girl, I don't remember thinking about the mistakes that I made when I sang when I was a little, And so I want to keep that same love for music, that same joy for singing that I had then. I want to keep that now. And so one of the best ways to do that is, if you make a mistake while you're performing, move on really fast in your head. And then after the performance, move on really fast. I try not to go back. Like, I'll still go back and listen to myself and find ways that I can improve, but I don't beat myself up about it anymore like I used to. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to do that learning technique and learning technique and applying that to your singing is great. And of course, I think that it's great because I teach it, but I also try, even in my lessons, I try to be as happy as I can. I laugh as loud as I can. I I might poke fun a little bit to keep um, just to keep things light and happy and to keep that joy for singing there. And I poke fun at myself sometimes. Sometimes I poke fun at my students a little bit just so that, not so that we don't take ourselves so seriously so that one little mistake completely throws us off. No, just enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the music, enjoy the song, and enjoy singing it. So that's really it. If you've had anything that you struggle with like that, put it in the comments below, because sometimes when we share those things and are transparent about those things, then like Christine it was just so good. Thank you, Christine, for making that post. But put down those things in the comments, because sometimes it's the transparency that helps us as a community. So that's it.
Sound like poetry as your words take hold of me, and you didn't have to say a thing.